Hey guys, Dave Baggs here, and welcome to my Q&A. If you guys saw my last video, I asked you guys if you have any questions you want to ask me, go ahead and ask in the comment section down below, and some of you did that. And so I picked a few of them. I wanted to answer some of those questions. I'm not going to answer every single question. And just keep in mind that I'm not answering each question. I'm not going to read each question verbatim. I'm just going to give you guys an idea of what some of these individuals had asked me. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up my trusty piece of paper because, yeah, I'm going old school with this. I actually wrote it down because my phone is on the charger. Otherwise, I would have had all the questions on my smart device, but instead I wrote it down on a piece of paper. So the first question comes from Jeffrey Miller, and he asks me, do you think that there's going to be some DLC Titans? That's a pretty good question. I know that Respawn has said that they were going to give us a lot of stuff. They're going to give us stuff at launch. They're going to constantly be giving us DLC. I know that they're going to be doing all kinds of different things to make the consumer happy. But as far as Titans, honestly, I don't think so. I don't know either way whether they're going to give out DLC Titans or not. But I just don't think so, because I think with the Titans that they have already given us and that are going to be with the game, I think these Titans are well balanced between each other. And I think unless they really thought the process out ahead of time, I just don't see DLC Titans coming to Titanfall 2. I could be wrong, and I don't have, the in with Respawn. Okay, I only have 4,000 subscribers roughly. I wear a bag on my head. Yeah, I don't have much influence on whether or not they're going to be coming out with these things. And but to answer your question, I'm going to say no. The next question comes from, and I don't want to butcher this, man. If I butcher this, I apologize. But the next question comes from the Arbiter 117. What do I think of the canceled pre-orders caused by there not being EA access, the Blue Disc tweet, and the game not being like the original Titanfall? Let's do the second part of your question. The Blue Disc tweet. If you look at my last two videos, I answer the Drew McCoy tweet clearly. So I'm not going to really touch on that. As far as Titanfall 2 not being like the original, I sure hope not. And then why bother coming out with the second game? I don't want it to be like the original. I want it to be different. I want it to kind of piggyback on the original, but kind of move forward. And I think, and also I need to tell you this when it comes to the question that you asked. You said it's not like the original, but we haven't even played the second one yet. You can't really make that argument that it's not like the first one when we haven't even played the second one. I mean, we played the pre-alpha, but we only played a couple of maps, a couple of game modes. We had a handful of pilots. We didn't have all the Titans. So you're not going to get a full feel of the game until you play the full release, which comes out on October 28th. So as far as the game not being like the first, it's kind of hard to tell, but I hope it's not. I don't want it to be. I want it to be better. I mean, I like the first one. You guys know this. I love Titanfall, but I want it to be better. I don't want it to be like the first, because if it's exactly like the first game, then yeah, I'll just keep playing the first game. But yeah, good question so far. And the last question, and I know it's only a few questions, but this is kind of a combination between Lee Parker and Wolf XXX Ninja Phillips. And the reason it's a combination question because they basically asked the same question but kind of worded it differently. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to read what Lee wrote, because it pretty much covers what Wolf XXX Ninja said. So, do I think that the 4K is as important as everybody is making it out to be, or do I think there should be more games with better story and better gameplay? Well, that's a pretty interesting question. Better story and better gameplay. Whether there's 4K or whether there's no 4K, whether there's 1080p or 720p, there's always going to be games out there that are going to have no story. They're going to have good story. There's going to be games with bad gameplay, and there's going to be games with good gameplay. So I don't think 4K has anything to do with whether the developers are going to be concentrating on better stories and better gameplay. I think it's a completely separate issue. It's just the evolution, the evolution of time and technology is going to influence how we move forward, whether we go from 720 to 1080, whether we go from 1080 to 4K. I mean, if the developers are going to concentrate on a story, they're going to concentrate on a story and have better technology to go along with it. I think those things are just going to go hand in hand. But as far as whether or not 4K is as important as, you know, people are making it out to be, I say no, it's not. At least from my perspective. You know, I play on an Xbox One. When the Xbox One came out and the PlayStation 4 came out, you know, everybody talked about how the PlayStation 4 was a little bit more of a powerful console. But that's not why I didn't buy the PlayStation 4, because I was like, okay, we got to go with power, you know, exclusively. We got to have, you know, consistent 1080p. I don't care what 80p it is. If the game is fun and the game is entertaining, I'm going to buy the game. And with today's technology, whether it's 1080p, 4K, 900p, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of good games out there. I played Titanfall on the original, Titanfall on the Xbox One when it came out in March of 2014. And I enjoyed Titanfall because of the gameplay. You know, I didn't put Titanfall in, and when it popped up on the screen, I didn't go, oh, geez, it's not 1080p. This game is awful. No, I played the game for what it was, and I played the game because it was a good game, and I liked it, and I still play it. I think gamers are spoiled. I think a lot of gamers are spoiled. They're really spoiled. I mean, this kind of goes along with my last video. You know, they complain a lot when they don't get what they want, and if it's not 1080p, they complain. If it's not 4K, they complain. So, you know, if your whole focus is resolution over gameplay, then buy a PC. You know, save your money, buy a really good gaming PC, and you'll never have to come back to this question again. You'll never have to come into this and wonder about 4K, 1080p. You'll have all the resolution you're going to need. And yeah, good luck finding great games that are going to satisfy you. There's going to be games, whether they're 720, 1080, 4K, there's going to be games that are good. But I'm sure if you have a 4K system, a good PC that's 4K, that can output in 4K, you can probably play Tetris on that PC. Fine. You can also play a high-end game that's going to give you the resolution that you're looking for. But I think 4K, especially amongst gamers like myself that are older, why does my freaking bag keep tilting? I don't think it's as important to me. I just want to have fun with my friends. And Titanfall, the original, I still think it looks nice on the Xbox One. I mean, it's not a PC, okay, but so what? I have fun with it. I think that the whole, I think you guys, I'm not saying you guys that are asking the questions. I say you, the gamer in general. I think you guys are the ones that are making a bigger deal out of it than it really needs to be. Me, I don't care, man. I just want to have fun. And I'm looking forward to Titanfall 2 on my Xbox One. And I don't care if it's 900p or 920p or 930p, 1080p, 4K, 15p. I don't care. And you know, if you don't care, you'll be satisfied with just about anything as long as the game is fun. And if you do care, as I said, go out and buy a high-end gaming PC and you'll be good to go. But guys, I wanted to make that a Q&A. It's only a few questions, but you know, I don't want to sit here all day. And if you have any more questions, keep asking, and I'll come out with another Q&A. In fact, I'll answer questions as we go along. Why not? But thank you for the questions. They were great questions. I hope I was able to answer those questions for you. And as always, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I am getting close to 4,000 subscribers. I could use your help. Thank you all for your support. My name is Dave Baggs, and we will see you guys next time. I'm out of here.